deals.
Okay.
The if I click you away, you don't see yourself. Probably better. So somebody just goes to the website, browses the menu, so to say. So he's looking for a food truck. You're looking for the food truck somewhere. So is it in Amsterdam or is it in Belgium, and in a big Belgian city? And they find the overview. They can book immediately, and then they get to a form. They can send the form.
You just show me form. You did not fill it now. Fill in.
No.
Okay.
When
This form contains enough information to understand the total request. This request can contain few options. It can contain food truck, it can contain chiefs, caterers, or it can be some combined order. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
It includes most of the information you need. It's also a bit light on information, so it does not ask you for an extreme amount of detail. This is so that more people fill out the form. So the form is not super detailed. So if you go to a particular food truck.
Not super detailed, you mean you know some details more in phone calls?
Yes.
Why not? Why not to get the details in form?
Well, this is a discussion, a debate, because I think the conversion rate will drop. Right now we do about 3% conversion rate on the website visitors to leads, and I think we will drop below that 3% if we
okay, understand. It's difficult for customer and better to ask him by phone. Yeah.
They fill the form in, it arrives here. So we see it here in the HubSpot. It creates a deal. So if we take one, like this one, you can see this was a deal created yesterday.
Is this a simple order or complicated order?
This one is, let me see, it's a simple order. So this is 80 people with a barbecue, and that is not super complicated. The HubSpot CRM is based on contacts and on deals. So we have this contact, that is the first entity that is created in HubSpot. And then, so this is the first creation of the entity, this contact, Marilou, right, from direct traffic, so we can see where it comes from. And then we see this contact has submitted the booking form. And with these booking form submissions, the system creates a deal based on this information.
Okay.
Then we go to the deal. And the process after this is to call the customer. So they call the customer and there is a standard
process?
Yeah.
What are you asking this moment from the customer?
Right now we ask, let me find the list. So we ask what is the occasion, what's the type of location, what are their expectations, if they book a specific truck.
Some options, some parameters, you mean?
Yes.
Which parameters are related here? Which parameters are important?
Well, there's a difference in importance to be able to find the matching vendor and importance in the sense of the customer. They find it nice that you ask what is the occasion, right? So is it a birthday party? Is it a business event? But it does not matter for the barbecue menu. It matters only to the customer. It doesn't matter to what we propose. Out of these, the budget is important. The amount of people is important. Everything related to the payment is, or the planning. This is the most important. The rest is very flexible, but this depends. This is the most.
So, do you mean at this moment customer knows own budget?
Yes, they usually when this is created and they have celebration, we call, and then the customer, most of the time they know their budget. Sometimes they say, oh, I don't know my budget, I just want to see what it costs to get 200 pizzas. I don't know what they cost, but I know I want 200 pizzas, so just make me an offer.
So if customer knows own budget, you just trying to collect information and get something more optimal for you and to get more margin.
Yes, but we also use it to make sure we can do the closing. So if we know the customer budget, we use this budget also to sometimes propose something under the budget, so we know that they will say yes sooner.
And you're making some small tender for your second side, for your different kind of customers, for vendors, yeah? And
yes, so this is what we now do different. So if we go back to this overview, so these are the new leads. These are the ones that have been called. So these have been called, and we can see what the so Richard, junior sales guy, made a reminder for himself to call this customer. So this is not a very good example. If we take some other events, we see that they have been called, and so I made a task for Petra to make a quote. And what we do after we contact is make this inventarization, like what is so the question list that we show here is basically these are the answers to that.
Can we translate it right now? For example, it requires BBQ caterer.
Yes, ID, all colleagues and partners are going to eat something. This is a park in Rotterdam. So
location.
This is location. Yeah. It's for 35 people if they do not bring their partners, if they do not bring their wives. If they do bring their wives, it will be 50 people because some of them are single and some of them don't have a wife that wants to go. This means, okay, a barbecue caterer is also nice because they made the initial request for a food truck. But we see that they have 30 guests.
But they have to provide 50 guests.
Yes, so this is what they put in the form. In the form they put it's going to be 30 guests. So this is what they put in when they make the request on the website. And then we call them. And when I call them, I hear, yes, it's actually 35 people without partners, and with partners it will be 50.
Okay.
So the customer actually, when we call them, so we see there is some time between it, right? The deal was created first on June 27th. We tried to call the next day, but they were busy. And then we finally managed to get a hold of them on the 29th. And we make this note after the weekend. So we see that in the days since the request, since the 27th of June, they discover it is with more people. And on the phone, we also discuss, okay, you want a food truck, but you have not so many people, so maybe we can offer a caterer. And this is why we say, okay, a barbecue caterer is also good, because it doesn't have to be a food truck. This means that they're still looking for a location. This is an allergy, so there is one person with a gluten allergy. They're allergic to wheat. And we also discussed some upselling during the call, where they say it would be nice not to have to arrange anything ourselves, so we can also offer furniture. Nice to not arrange anything, offer furniture. These are the times, so it's going to be from 6:30 to 8:30. This is the budget, 15 to 30 euros per person. And this is the group of people. They are young people, and they are 50-50 male-female. So this is all the information. When we have all this information at this time, so 15:53, I move the deal to make a quote. So from qualify the lead and get extra info, we move it to make a quote. And I make a task for my colleague that says...
this time you know the budget already?
Yes, now we know the budget. Yes, we called and they said this is the budget.
So if you multiply these digits, you will have the budget. So it's about 50 person. You can multiply for...
Yeah, it's about 1,500 euros maybe.
Okay.
So make a quote. We know, so they assign this to colleague, and we see that it is completed, the make a quote. So that should actually mean that it should not be in this stage, it should be here.
This time you're making a quote without asking your vendors, because you know the budget and you know approximate costs of this, yeah?
Yes. So we know that, so this is the quote that got made. Let's look at it. We can also move it to quote sent, by the way. Time. And we see here that this quote, so this is all standard information. I see the old template was used, but that's okay. And here they offer the barbecue. And in this case, the colleague that made it, Petra, she is also a barbecue chef, a barbecue caterer. So she's quite capable of making the quote, knowing the price. So we put in this price and this menu, and we send it out. And we see, so it was sent out yesterday, and now we wait. And this is a fairly simple request.
Okay. Okay. And after that, how do you choosing the vendor who will provide everything?
What we do is we just call them or we email them. So they are. We have lists. We have lists in Excel and we have some lists in HubSpot. What we want is to have this information complete, of course. Is also one of the things we mentioned to you. We can look in our CRM system and we can ask, okay, company type is food truck. And then we see the people who are food truck owners.
And these owners, they could have more than one truck, yeah?
Yes, and then sometimes it also happens that one truck has more people. So we see here this group of people. These, like Monique, Jaap, Ditmar, up to Robert. They are all from this food truck. So they are all from
one company.
Yes. Yeah, so coffee and tea on a lot, yeah. So that means this is a big provider of coffee and tea. Yeah.
Okay.
Where were we?
Do you see here also some parameters of truck?
Yes. So we can look at this. We can open this contact, Jantje. And we see all properties. We can see things like the food truck properties. And it's not filled in. So yes, it is possible to see, but it's not filled in for this one. So we did recently make. So this is also why.
Is it difficult to collect all this information about trucks, about everything?
Yes and no. So it is not difficult in the sense that it is. Yes, it's a lot of work. It's not difficult. It is a lot of work.
It requires time.
Yes, and some automation to remind people. So we have some automatic mailing, some marketing, email here, and this email is on the text. Okay, so here you can update your food truck. You see, you send it out to all the food trucks, but only 68 people click it. And you can see who fills it in. So it's nice to have, but
it's you show me some micro tender who answered for request, yeah. Okay.
You want me to see to show a micro tender? Yes. Okay.
No, I thought you're showing me it now. Sorry.
No, this was only for information. This was not for tender.
Okay.
So for tender we can do, let's say this one. So this is an offer. This is a deal where we get somewhere in the notes. It should say. So how it goes? It's like, okay, a micro tender, for instance. Here we see Slack, and I ask my colleague to find hot dogs. So he said, so he found a hot dog truck for me. They say yes, okay. Then their prices, and then I go to the deal. I see the deal here. And I put this quote that I get here from my colleague. I put that here in the offer. And so we up the margin a bit. So right now this tendering process goes like this per email.
So each potential vendor receive this email, template email, and can reply for it. Yeah.
No. In theory, yes. So for the new system, yes. Each potential vendor, so everybody that makes coffee and we need coffee, then all the coffee trucks in the system that are nearby, they should all get the email. Right now, this is not how it works. Right now, we manually search for these vendors because we do not get high enough response to the email. So we don't get enough response to marketing emails, so we just call or send a text message to these trucks.
How many potential vendors do you making this call or text messages?
Usually until we find someone. So it depends on there is no rules. It depends on how big is the event and how likely is it we find somebody to do this with. So it is not fixed how many we try.
If you will find, for example, one who are compatible, so it's enough information to go to the deal, to close the deal, or you will searching somebody who will give you more interesting rate, or
yes, also that depends on, usually we take the first offer we get, so the first vendor that responds with a good price and offer, they get it. Sometimes they are too expensive and we say okay, we make a reservation for you, and we let you know if it goes through, and then we keep looking for a different vendor because sometimes they will quote a price that is too high that we don't make a margin and so on.
Okay, understand. And then you making it manually, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. So you showed me already all the process, or you wanted to, if it left to show me something more, I just
well, you have the process in a flowchart you have,
yeah.
And then this is the system that we use, and what we do is we get in WhatsApp, I get something like this. I get a food truck that asks in a telephone conversation, they will ask what is the address, and I'll say this is the address. Okay, great, thank you. You can send your invoice here. So the process is, okay, somebody gets sent this quote, then we see like something is completed, so you see it, and then we send out an invoice based on this. So that is the rest of the. So a lot of the process is very, very manual. Yes.
I see it a lot of works already done in HubSpot for your automation, especially for you, yeah?
A lot. I would not say a lot. I would say a bit. Yes.
Yeah.
Because right now there is so much manual work per deal that I do not find the time to do the automation in HubSpot. So that is also why I thought it might be a good idea to with you.
Yeah, you told about your idea about the integration to WhatsApp, and it's a problem because WhatsApp has not API for bot. So
okay.
maybe better to choose some different messenger, for example, Facebook Messenger. Or
yes, Facebook Messenger would be fantastic too. Yes.
Okay, and do you consider also email channel for communication? Because email is more flexible and more. It just is it considered?
Yes, it is considered that it is good to have email, but we need to make also the Facebook Messenger, or maybe even first and only the Facebook Messenger, because what we see is these reply rates to email and the reply speed to email. It strains the system, and the text message could make it like if we have a bot over API for Facebook that just like, okay, what time is it, and what's the pricing, and how would you describe your hamburger? So you can make all these standard questions and responses in a Facebook Messenger bot. I think that will make the system a lot more efficient. So yes, it is possible to do it through email, and the HubSpot is a good channel for that, but also we can just do our own email connections.
If to say different words, Facebook Messenger more preferable channel, and the second channel could be email. Yeah.
Yes, and maybe just always send the message on both channels.
Okay. And
or give a vendor an account where they can set their preferences for notification.
Okay, from the start, can we choose some one channel, and then on the second step we can attach some second channel? So
yes,
first channel should be Facebook, and second channel email. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I see you have a lot of, not a lot of, a bit, but some automatization of HubSpot is already done. I'm thinking how to, I know you are busy and your staff are too busy, and make everything, to start with everything different, it will be very hard pressure for you, for company, to make everything new. So I'm thinking how to make it more easy to go to the some new system more into more optimal way, but of course it should not be twice work for each. So some process already works, not so good, a lot of manual labor, but new platform for new process also should be started. So it will be some difficulties to go from the old system to new. So I'm thinking how to make it more optimal. Can we consider to create our own database of caterers, of companies who has truck caterers and database of tracks with parameters, and I'm thinking about some integration with HubSpot. So HubSpot some works already.
Yes, because you can just export a CSV file into HubSpot. So if we build an external database with the correct parameters, you can just extract that data to HubSpot. Yes.
Great. Would be nice then to make some export from HubSpot, and we will see what we really have. Also, as I found out, some data exist, but not enough parameters, not enough some details.
Yes. So there is a lot of vendors with incomplete parameters. So we might have only in the record, in the contact property, which is sort of like the entity in the HubSpot database, we don't have enough properties, right? So we have 18 when it should be 37, just making numbers up. And on the other hand, we also have that not all these parameters are filled for every truck, yes, because of the low response rate. So we have a, let's say we have a parameter that is the width of the truck, so how wide is it? But we don't have that for all 500 trucks. We maybe have that in the system for 20 trucks or 100 trucks. Yeah.
But if you will have, if you will grow the parameters, it will be more easy to work with all database. So it just a process of improvement. Okay, I will show you my screen now.
Then should I share mine?
Do you see yourself?
Yes.
Okay. I put your information from email into the doc because it's more convenient for me. For this.
Wait, I now only see you. I don't see your screen anymore.
You have to confirm. Do you see me?
I see you. Yes.
Me?
Yes.
Sorry. Seems you have to see display one.
Yeah. Yes.
You see my screen, yeah? Yeah? Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Okay. About this phrase, all leads under 1000 are immediately sent out automatically to the network. Does it mean network is what is organized on HubSpot?
So, but it is clear to first. It is clear to you that these items I describe under 1 and 2, that this is for the future. That this is not how it works right now.
Ah, okay. Okay. Upon receipt of this purchase offer from a vendor.
Mm-hmm.
So we can get.
So this is a sort of really brief write out of the new way I want it to work. This is not how it works now.
Okay.
Because how it works now is what we just went through over my screen share, which is this very manual process.
Okay, so we can get several offers, and we can define which one will be the best.
Yes.
And we have notify others who suggested us some offer about different guy was chosen. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. When we receive, for example, some offer from vendor, how much should we wait for decision? So he can make our offer, and second can make offer, for example, in 1 hour, then 3 hours. So we have we need some limitation for time, because we cannot wait a week. We cannot wait a day maybe. Which time should be extremely limited for decision for choosing the best option?
I think we can wait half a day. I think we can wait at least 12 hours.
12 hours, okay.
But this is something that we need to test. So let us start with a day. Let us start with 24 hours, and then we need to measure and we need to see, okay, how often do we get good offers after 24 hours? And
it should be changing parameter.
Yes, we
variable.
It is a variable parameter, yes, because some offers will be in multiple parts. So somebody will want a barbecue and some fries and some ice cream. And because they want those 3 things, it will take longer for them to get it will take longer to get the complete quote.
Okay. This SVG diagram.
Yes.
Is it what it's already work, or it's for future? How should it work?
This is how it now works. Sometimes it does not work like this because somebody forgets a part of the process as it is manual.
Okay.
Right, so here you see in the middle, you see create, find supplier plus move to proposal signed task under workflow 3. Directly under purchasing, yes, there. And sometimes somebody will not make this task. Sometimes a sales worker will create only a note and not make the task. Sometimes they will not send an email template, but they will make a call, or they will just send a normal email and not a template.
Okay, because it.
But this is more or less the process as it works now. It is not perfect, but it is like 70%.
70.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Now I want to ask you to download some data from HubSpot. Is it possible to provide me? And better to convert to download everything what is possible. I'm thinking about to start some small database which can be improved in future, but for now we have to resolve the general bottleneck in your process. And for future, it can be improved, and it can be scaled for more features. And after that, it could be done as some base for general project for your sites, for other things.
I will give you a HubSpot access with the authorization to export data.
Yeah, would be nice.
Okay. Can I do that? Do you need this access, or does it need to be somebody else from your?
If I have this access, maybe I will give this access my mail to our CTO, who will also help me, and we will consider how to make everything better.
Okay.
Okay.
And I just put it on your 7-bit address or your Gmail?
Doesn't matter.
Okay. Then let me find that for you.
Maybe I have already account in HubSpot for 7 bits, and for Gmail, maybe I will provide you my different email, different of my account of HubSpot. I will send you now my email.
Okay.
Okay. In 5 minutes I will send you my email.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Thank you for now.
Yeah, because that is the last discussion point then.
What do you mean last?
And this is all right. For now, the next step in us working together is that you get the HubSpot access. Correct?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, correct. And we are thinking maybe it will take a bit longer. We will strive to make some approximate description for you for your review. Is it correct? If you're thinking in the right way, then after that we will make estimation. Maybe it will take a more long time. Maybe it will be after tomorrow, but we will strive to make it tomorrow. Okay. Okay. Thank you for now.
Yeah, thank you too. You're welcome. And just give me your email address, and I give you the.
Yeah. In 5 minutes I will provide it. Okay. Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.